So, yeah. All our weapons are gone. We're having to pick up new weapons. I'm Blessness, this is Doom 3, and we are in, you know the place. So, while we're here, the Imps actually got themselves a brand new redesign. It looks great. I wish they would just look like that normally. So there are a few restrictions that the original Doom 3 placed on us. We had our flashlight taken away, and the only weapons we got in the level were the ones that we got in the original Doom 1 and 2. Well, BFG Edition being BFG Edition, we have our flashlight and the machine gun and the grenades. But in the spirit of the original game, we're going to completely ignore those. So this level will be played entirely flashlight free. So we didn't really introduce the Hell Knight the last time. Well, he's kind of like a really burly imp. He doesn't leap at you, but he can throw fireballs that do a heck of a lot more damage. And as we'll see, instead of having like a negligible area of effect on it, it actually explodes with about as much force as being hit straight on. Oh yeah, and these annoying things, they're also here. It's actually a little bit irritating. In the original Doom 3, your best weapon against like those little ankle biters is the machine gun because of just how much lead you can shoot out. But you know, self-imposed challenges, we'll just have to improvise. That being said, I would love to see the genius who brought a chainsaw on an expedition. Who is it who keeps talking to us? One thing I actually discovered in this level is that the chain gun makes for a pretty effective lost soul deterrent. Every shot is a kill, so you just need to land one. Yeah, I can sort of see about the whole going mad thing. I mean, obviously, we as jaded gamers are not affected, but having this actually happen to you in the real world, honestly, that could be really unsettling. Like, could you imagine seeing something like this and just trying to get your bearings in a world gone mad? Yeah, you see that, right? We were at close to full health, and just getting a glancing hit from a fireball ended up taking 14 health off. The closer you get from the impact zone, the more damage it does. And you can easily go from 100 to like 60 with one bad dodge. And Mankabai. They're here too. feel like the Mancubi would be a lot scarier if they were ever in a place where you had a limited space to run around in.
Death will not be your end. Your soul will burn in hell forever.
Ooh, it's an old friend. I'm honestly a little bit disappointed that the imps don't explode. Wasted potential here, don't you think? Seriously, these guys are burly. That was a full magazine of plasma ammo, and it only barely took him down.
This is the audio log of Research Specialist Simon Garlick, dated August 8, 2145. It seems that I have misplaced the rest of the science team. I don't know how it happened. This place... well, I don't know what this place has done to me. One moment there, I'm taking samples, and the next thing I know, I turn around and everyone is gone. There 1 second, turn around, and they're gone. I can't raise anyone on the comlinks, and the only signs of the team I can find are tools and other personal effects that seem to be left behind. Almost as if they had stopped working midway through running experiments. This place does funny things with your eyes and your perception of time. Hopefully, I just went into the next sector and are waiting for me to catch up. I'm going off to find them now. This is Simon Garlick, signing off. This is the audio log of Research Specialist Simon Garlick, dated August 10, 2145. It's been 2 days now since I've seen any other team members. I don't know how I've survived this long, or how I got away. They were just, torn apart. They could only be described as demons. I have never seen such a big thing move so quickly. Oh dear God, what has happened to us? The teeth. That's the last thing I remember seeing. Teeth. The sounds. Words cannot describe. I'm sure it's just a matter of time before they find me again. I'm convinced they are toying with me, allowing me to stay 2 steps ahead of them. I can see them in the shadows sometimes. Why do they taunt me? I'm not sure how much longer I can... I'm shooting at shadows here. And every moment I feel them creeping closer toward me. Oh God. Oh God, we should never have...
Maybe they just really like the smell of garlic. So, honestly, it sounds like he's playing a different game than we are. These things aren't really known for being subtle. One thing that I'm interested in, based on this architecture, is the idea that if they had wanted to, the folks behind Doom 3 could have created those really like fantastic and otherworldly stages from the original Doom 1 and 2. And honestly, that's a little bit disappointing to me. Like, if they could have done something like this with all this like bizarre architecture and verticality and such, I think that would have made for a much more interesting aesthetic for the game. Yeah, you probably saw that one coming. Stupid flying pests. By the way, you might have noticed in that PDA something called the Hercules complex. That's just an explanation for why, when we're in, you know, our sprint meter is completely full and will always be full. The BFG edition even goes the full mile, it just eliminated it from your HUD altogether. Look at the lower left corner, it's gone. If there is one consolation to these guys, it is that they are so slow that you can just get a whole lot of shots in on them. Their movement pattern is entirely predictable. Oh, do you see what I see? Well, if there are BFG cells, there must be a BFG somewhere. Yeah. You would think these guys would be the ideal candidates for a bit of like green energy to the face, but no, they can take it. They are so strong that a single charge will actually not kill them. So it's honestly better to just save it for something that's a little bit more, what's the word? Crucial. Something that's a little bit more susceptible to it. How about that? You know, though, I gotta be a little bit honest. I was kind of disappointed in this environment when I first saw it. After what they had described it as, something that would, like, turn people into gibbering maniacs, I was kind of expecting something more than just, you know, a fortress and a volcano, basically. Like, come on. It's that place, yeah. Like, you could just go with all sorts of interesting depictions, like, read some Dante for Pete's sake. I'm actually a little bit skittish in this part. In a test recording, I ended up actually being blindsided by these guys coming from behind, and it was not a pretty sight. Alright, is that everybody? I think it's everybody.
Every step you take, your soul moves closer to me. Suffering and pain waits for you.
Yep, I'm definitely seeing the suffering. But before we go through the portal there's a little secret. One that's definitely going to give us the edge in an upcoming fight. Look at all that. More BFG than your body has room for.
Save us.
So, the Guardian. His main way of attacking is to send out these balls and also to stomp towards you and try to hit you. The way to defeat him is, you see these things flying around? These are his seekers. They identify you and allow you to be seen by the thing, which is blind normally. And when you destroy them, he has to create a portal and make more.
Destroy the seekers, and the Guardian becomes vulnerable.
And, yeah. In about as much time as it took for me to explain that, he's dead.
We are many. We are one. We are the Brainian Thor. You know us as the Soul Cube. Free us from our eternal prison, and we will help you. Vanquish our enemies, and we grow stronger. Listen for our call, and then free us to smite down the evil.
So, once we go through, there's going to be words, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Destroying evil gives us life and makes us stronger. Unleash us when you hear our call. We will pass the life force of those who slay to you. You will see a great battle. The outcome is not clear, We are the only way to destroy Hell's mightiest